stage right now. Oh, I love that from Hans. The disappointment from Hans as he doesn't get to play against the Draven. It will be the Tristana lock-in. Oh, but I love having the players back on stage. The call-outs to one another. Absolutely a joy to watch. So G2 going for that AP-AD mid-jungle duo, and they're going to round their first half out with the Tristana in the bot lane. So depending on what support matchup they get, they can actually have push in this 2 versus 2. But let's see what Rogue now choose to round things out with.
I don't expect it to be the Zed. Instead, the Nautilus will be locked in. Of course, we've already talked about the Kalista Nautilus and the power of that.
I'm going to go with something a little more defensive. Kind of took the words right out of my mouth before I could say them. The Braum going to be locked in, so a little bit more of a safe bot side of the map. Can still set up plays, but you're very reliant on the opposition being that primary engage tool. And they're going to go for the blind pick Renekton. So a little bit more of an early game focus comp with the both Renekton and Lucian. Very dominant 1v1 laners that are about getting pushing lanes, very much about having your jungler play towards you, and can act as a very powerful frontline. Odoamne just showcasing his depth of champion pool. Of course, Trimby on the hover list right now, but he has a number of champions that he can pick into this situation. It's going to be his Mundo champion.
Position in the last year or so in terms of LEC, but in playoffs, actually, wait a second, no way. You're diving Reckless? You're only level 2? Reckless is not quite dead in the end. He does go down, but this is a double. Reckless gets one, Mickey gets one, and I'm gonna say Rogue, what on earth was that?
So, Reckless is still level 1, which is a pretty big deal, and now the wave is slow pushing against him. So on paper, this came through onto the cannon minion too. Jankos is very committed to challenging this.
But how do you do it without Smite? What's Jankos going to do? He hits a Q. Inspired does still have Flash and will secure it. Flashes away from Jankos. The chase is on now, though. G2 looking for kills, not for the objectives. Inspired down. Reckless gets the kill. Oh, that blast cone timing.
Stealing a lot of camps away from Inspired, but he's been answering on the cross map. A lot of damage now coming down onto Wonder. Does have the ultimate up, but Inspired is around him along with Jankos. Both junglers continuing to match.
Both going to be spotted on these control wards as well. Odoamne going in. There's the ultimate out from Wonder. Dominus popped. Jankos stepping forward, as you say. G2 lose this. Spectral Maw stun immediately. The Moonfall doing a lot of damage, though, and Jankos trying to trade onto Odoamne. Here's the TP. G2 going for it. Jankos diving in. Inspired already down, but the TP was stopped. Caps ate a shockwave from Larssen, and so now Odoamne is left on his own underneath the tower. Can Larssen get away to TP himself? It's about to come back off cooldown. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Trimby has to get away with the Fate's Call. That's another plate to G2, and you said they lose it. G2 are not having that. We both agreed, Veddy. We thought G2 wouldn't win that 2v2.
So the biggest thing was the gap in terms of CS. He is now ahead in gold. Wonder is doing very well in the 1v1 in top lane, and now they're flashing in.
Flashing for Mickey. Hans Summer's going to get locked up here. Really no place for him to go. Reckless jumping forward, gets the kill, and now the chase is on. Trimby's going to try and flash away, but the G2 players are unrelenting. 2 quick kills once again to G2 in the bottom lane.
And Reckless does not need Draven to find advantages in
Doesn't have a TP. Tower's already down. Mickey puts up the Unbreakable, but Trimby going to be left for the Wolves. Jankos diving in there. The Fate's Call comes out. Trimby's chucked back into the team, and now it's a 5v5 in the top lane. Trimby already down. That's Reckless's 2,000th kill in the LEC. The first player to ever hit that milestone. G2 will get the single kill.
It's often been his home, but this year, joining G2, he has struggled just a little bit. And hopefully he, alongside G2, can find their form again as he now finds the 1v1 against Hans Summer. That call out in draft, he's going to answer with a solo kill and a classic Happy B.
Just needs a thumbs up across the auditorium as well.
Definitely not one of them. Caps now getting chased down a little bit by Odoamne.
Jankos is on the Dragon. As you said, not much healing reduction coming out from Caps, and Odoamne just flashing in, looking for the Heart Zapper. The Doctor will see you now, but in the end, Caps is able to get away. Odoamne, the shockwave won't be enough to save him. Jankos gets the kill. Wonder TP'd in, and Odoamne, the appointment, unfortunately was postponed.
Very close.
So unfortunately caught out. But in the end, that just gave them another kill. So it's 10-1 on the scoreboard and a 6,000 gold lead as Reckless jumps towards Larssen. That's a lot of damage. Reckless is dominating 6-1 as he flashes forward for the kill.
All right. Reckless is a Happy B today. So the last two had flashing after Larssen. Oh, and now he's killing Trimby, who's going to have to use that ultimate to get to safety. Knock up, dead.
Yeah, that was not fair. Hans Summer's heal was just too late. Odoamne TP'd in behind them as well. As you can see, Rogue are looking for something, but I'm afraid they're not going to find too much apart from the waiting arms of Reckless. Another kill goes over to G2, and another as they just step forward into the base. The shockwave hits. Reckless took no damage from that shockwave. He's still full HP with one minion walking.
You wanted to lose tower.
Whatever slump they've been in is a joy, at least for this single game. We'll see if they can continue this form through the rest of summer, because right now they've killed off 2 members of Rogue. Jankos pops the stopwatch. There's the third to follow it up. Reckless with a triple. He's looking for more. Shockwave pulls him back. Larson not going to give Reckless his penta today. Another kill comes in as G2 are 18-1. Only Reckless has died. Not usual that you can say that in the G2 game. But Hansama, all the way back on the back of the fountain, does not want to give up his life today. G2 will take the Nexus, and they will demolish Rogue.
A one-sided affair. G2 absolutely stomped Rogue in this game, and a fantastic performance from everyone across the board. The bot lane, of course, coming up clutch. Mickey having a great Braum performance. Jankos tracking inspired throughout the map. And Reckless just, you know, doing damage and killing people. 11-1-3 was his final scoreline. It's, yeah, like, this is the G2 that I think many expected. The fact that they had this sort of performance, like, they didn't look great against Astralis yesterday. Like, they got a win for sure, and there were definitely a lot of positives to be taken away from that game. And